Bless the love, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Free Speech People Talk. You know, I'm your host, Ija Markey. And today we're going to be diving into 10 bad habits that kills a young entertainer's career before they get the break. So stay tuned with us. We're coming right back after these messages. Bless. Are you a recording artist? Have you been spending thousands of dollars in the studio to record, mix, and master? Then spending thousands more to get the cleanest quality music videos, but you're just not getting the attention that you deserve. Neither are you getting any cars from promoters for performances. Well, the reason is pretty simple. It's because nobody knows who you are. As an entertainer, publicity is your best friend. Here at Her Pocket Productions, we have heard your cries for media attention. So we have went ahead and partnered with two of the best publicists in the business, both locally and internationally. So in addition to your outstanding 4K quality music videos, Her Pocket Productions is now offering you the publicity that you need to propel your career to the next level. So do you want to be in news articles, radio interviews, radio airplays, TV interviews, performance bookings? WhatsApp or call Her Pocket Productions now at 876-342-5421 to get your quote. Her Pocket Productions, pocketing moments, crafting timelessness.
AI technology is a fast-rising phenomenon in the music industry and is a very recognized marketing tool to promote your music. From songs to music videos, AI technology is making its way in the entertainment spectrum at a speedy rate. So do you want to be a part of this phenomenal and approach your music with videos like the one on the screen? Then call or WhatsApp us at 876-342-5421. Herb Pocket Productions, pocketing moments, crafting timelessness.
Air Pocket, the real thing. He was to that.
So number one, we all know this is the number one problem of most upcoming artists, and that's financial difficulty. A lot of young artists really don't have the capital that it takes to propel their career to the next level effectively. So they have to take their little time and do it piece by piece and build brick by brick. You understand? So that's a major factor for a lot of upcoming artists. They just don't have the money that it takes to shoot the video, to get their career out there in terms of the publicity and all of that, to get airplay, all of that. They just don't have the funds to do certain things, to do the promotion that they need to do that is necessary to get their career out there. Because in most cases, we can agree that most artists are coming from a low income background, you understand, and music is what they see as a way to get out of poverty and, you understand, propel themselves to a more stabilized financial standing. You get what I'm saying? So in most cases, young artists really don't have the capital to propel their career the way how they would want. So that's a major factor for young artists. It's not a bad habit, but it's a major factor that prevents young artists from getting to their next level. Let's get into the bad habits now. Number two, bad attitude. Oh my gosh. That's the number one career killer of any upcoming artist. Basically, you're killing the seed before it even starts growing. You understand? You lack respect for everybody. You don't have no manners. You don't believe in manners because you think you're big and you're bad and you're bold. Let me tell you this. You see, a lot of young artists, they have a bad attitude. And they're having this bad attitude because they see how a lot of the major artists behave and they think that they can do the same. You can't. A lot of these major artists who got the break already, they were very humble when they were at your stage. But because you see them behaving like this now, you think you can do the same and get through. No, you have to build a name before you can act a certain type of way. So have manners, have respect. There's nothing wrong with still saying thank you and good afternoon. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. That can open up a lot of doors for you. As simple as it may seem, they say that manners carry you through the world, and that still stands up to today. You understand? So a lot of times, you are stopping your own career by having bad attitude. Cut out the bad attitude. You understand? Just not knowing the right people. You understand? You are talented. You may have the financial that you need, but you just don't know the right people. So you don't know who to talk to get your song on the radio to play. You understand? You don't know who to talk to get a newspaper article. You don't know who to talk to if you want to do some stage show. You just don't know the right people. So as a young artist, don't be afraid to knock on doors. Some of the time they may not open. You may be faced with some disrespect. You understand? But never stop knocking. Never stop trying to know. Never stop trying to seek knowledge and seek connection. You understand? Because that's how you're gonna propel your career to the next level. A lot of artists who are in the game right now, you as an upcoming artist may be looking at them and saying, I'm more talented. But you know what was happening with them? They know the right people. They were around the right people. So that's why they got the break and you're still there working on your career. But anyway, don't give up. Keep working, you understand? But some of the times, you just don't know the right people. That's not necessarily a bad habit, but you get what I'm saying. The next one is ego. My gosh, this is a very huge one. Please, control your ego. This is what kills a lot of young artists' career. You're too egotistic. Ego is like a balloon. If you overinflate it, it's gonna burst because it's very sensitive. Don't be like that. You understand? You can't tell yourself that you are somewhere where you're not when you're not even halfway there because you're gonna become complacent and complacency kills growth. You understand what I'm saying? So you're telling yourself that you're at the top and you know where you're at. You understand what I'm saying? You're charging $500 for dub plate when you're still at the $100 bracket. You want to charge $1 million for sure when you're still at the 100,000 bracket. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to understand that you have to control your ego. You understand what I'm saying? You can't be like egotistic and want a career in music when you're not there as it. You understand? Control the ego. That's a major career killer. You understand? You're gonna be hard to work with people. Like afraid to work with the people. Like not want to work with you because of your ego. You understand? So control your ego. It will bust like a balloon, all right? Entitlement behavior. Oh my gosh. Please remember that when you decided to do music, you were the one who made that decision. You decided that you want to do music. Nobody forced you to do music. You understand? So as of such, nobody owes you anything in music. Anything that you get as assistance, say thank you and take it with grace. You understand? Because nobody owes you anything. Nobody has to give you anything. Nobody is forcing you to do music. That's a decision that you made. So don't think that you're entitled to this or to that or to anything at all. You understand? Just work on your career, focus on yourself. If someone wants to help you, say thank you and move on. If somebody chooses not to help you, which they can, but you have to understand that in music, there's a lot of ungrateful people who don't remember people after they get the break. There has been a trend of that happening. You understand what I'm saying? So artists are people who have the key to the doors that they should open to let you in. They are very, very kind of skeptical. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have came across some very ungrateful people. So you are just basically suffering the consequences of the people who decided that they wanted to be ungrateful. You understand what I'm saying? People may not have nothing against you personally. They don't know you. You understand? So you just have to understand that you can't be entitled. Nobody owes you anything. You decided to do music, so do your music. Be independent if you say you're an independent artist. You understand? And do what you need to do. When you start getting some shot value, trust me, they will run coming. So keep working on your career. Moving on. So the next one is unrealistic expectations. My gosh. When you get the first hit song, you're not going to reach in 1 week. It's going to take a little while. You understand? It's going to take a while. If you're not doing anything else outside of music and it's just music that you're doing, it's going to take a while before the fat checks start coming in. So you can't get your first hit song and start comparing yourself to some of the major artists who have been in the game for over a decade. You understand? Have patience. You get me? Have realistic expectations. And a lot of you have unrealistic expectations as to what it takes to maintain a musical career. You understand? And have unrealistic expectations as to touring. Hey, can you imagine you have to be touring here, there, everywhere? You have to keep up, you have to rehearse. It will burn you out. A lot of you don't know that that actually comes with it because I said the glamour and the glitz and all of that and think that, yes, I want that. But the work that is necessary to keep you having all of that, are you willing to put in that work? It's hard work to maintain a musical career, especially when you reach a certain level. You understand? If you not believe me, go ask Sean Paul and Shaggy and the whole of the big artists them. You understand? So yeah man, don't have unrealistic expectations, just have realistic expectations of what the game really is. You get me? So that's just it. Moving on. Lack of originality. My gosh, everybody singing about the same thing. You're just the same way. There is nothing that is different about you. You sound the same way as everybody else. The same lyrical content, the same melody. Everything about you is copied directly from somebody else. That's actually called plagiarism. So be original as much as possible. You understand? People like originality. People like when you sound like different from everybody else. If you check throughout history, you realize how everybody had their own unique sound, except for you have a few people who sound that I like Tiger and Zebra, Terror Fabulous and Buju Banton, you understand? But you get what I say, you still have to have some form of originality to what you're doing. You get me? It may work for you some of the time, it may not work. But be original. You understand? You can't go wrong with that. You get me? You can't be dressed in everything everybody else dressed in. You can't be the same lyrical content as everybody. You literally sound the same way like the other artists. Put some originality in your content. You understand? Moving on. Now the next one is just stupid. I understand, and I don't know why anybody would want to do this, but don't get involved in illegal activities if you're an upcoming artist. Let me tell you why. You see, when you're an artist, first, if you're getting a little buzz, your name is more known to people than everybody else. So even when somebody else get themselves in trouble, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, your name is going to be the one that's going to be called. They may not want you, but they know that the person that did the thing that they want was in your company or is in your company. So they want to speak to you because they want to know where the person is, or they want to question the person. You understand? So be careful who you surround yourself with. Don't get involved in illegal activities. You understand? And then you might end up in jail when your career just start to take off. You understand what I'm saying? Or worse, you might get when your career just start to take off. So don't mix up in illegal activities. Stay far away from that and remain positive and just focus on music. Music and badness cannot mix. It doesn't matter what nobody wants to say. It cannot mix. You're a public figure. All I have to do is look on the poster and know where you're going to perform next, and I come and check you. As easy as that, if I was a bad person and trying to get you. All they have to do is know where you're going to perform next. You never know. People can get access to you in so many different ways. So you might think you're backstage and you have your security and you're safe. That may not be the case, you understand? So don't get involved in no form of illegal activities of any kind to put you under any form of scrutiny from law enforcement, all right? Moving on. All right, so the next one is a very common mistake that a lot of artists tend to make, and I do not know why. Do not drop out of school. When you want to pursue music, don't drop out of school. You have doctors that are entertainers. You have lawyers that are entertainers. You have people of high professions that are entertainers. You understand? Having an education or a set of proper qualification does not prevent you from being an artist. You understand? Have your head and your body. Music requires brains, and a lot of people don't think it does, but it do. You realize that the big executives and all these people, they have never done a song in their life, yet still they are millionaires. Why? Because you decided that you wanted to drop out of school. Like, oh, I have music, but what do you have behind that? No brains. So you get robbed, you get cheated, you get some stupid deeds that you read and you read and you read and you still can't comprehend what it's saying because you don't have the comprehension skills. You understand? To understand what is said in those contracts. You understand? So you're selling out yourself and you sell yourself short and you don't even know because you decided that you wanted to drop out of school. So stay in school. And the next part of it is music is a big gamble. It's a major gamble. You don't have to win. You understand? It doesn't mean that you're going to get the break because you're talented. There are a lot of talented people, very talented, who never got the big break. You understand? So music is a big gamble. It's not guaranteed. So what if music doesn't work? What are you going to fall back on? Think about that. Moving on. All right, so the last one is basically a bonus that I decided to drop on the list. And that's basically lack of industry knowledge. You have no idea whatsoever how the industry works. And you have something in your mind, you have a theory in your mind that's telling that, yes, this is how it works and this is how it should work. But in reality, that's not how it really works. You understand? So when you have the time, try to research as much as possible how music really works. How do you get this done? How do you get that done? What is the purpose of this person? Who's a PR? Who's a publicist? Who's an engineer? You understand? I've seen cases where people put themselves as producer when the song is being distributed and the engineer got upset saying that why did he say he's the producer? You're the engineer, he's the producer. The beatmaker getting upset because the engineer said that he's the engineer for the song. But he's the engineer, you're the beatmaker. You understand? So a lot of people don't understand how music works. And I think that that's a very bad thing. You understand? I think you should take the time out. Just as if you want to become a police officer, you have to go through a set of training. You understand what I'm saying? You want to become a doctor, you go through a set of training just the same. Any profession you want to go in, you have to go through some form of formal training. So formally train yourself to understand music. And as I said before, music is a gamble. It doesn't have to work out. So when you read and you have knowledge of music, there are so many other aspects of music that you can get into. For me, example, I'm a recording artist, I'm a publicist, I'm a videographer. You understand what I'm saying? So I do a lot of things in music. You get me? So that's just the thing. You have to diversify your knowledge in music. Like have knowledge on everything. Because if you want to be an artist, you have to have knowledge on how PR works, how that works, how management works. How are you going to be able to tell that your manager is not doing a good job if you don't know how management works? You understand what I'm saying? While Buju Banton was in prison, he went back to school for music management. Can't hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the thing. So I always try to have industry knowledge. That's very, very important. All right? Bless. All right. So if you're traveling to Jamaica and you want to shoot a reggae music video, please call or WhatsApp Her Pocket Productions at 876-342-5421. That's 876-342-5421. So if you want a 4K quality music video, you can hit me up and then we can do a consultation and move on. We will discuss what needs to be discussed and you will get your work professionally done. All right, so this was another interesting episode of Free Speech People Talk. Quick reasoning, and for the next one, we're gonna get into a bit of the call centers in Jamaica. How did they come to be? What are the wages that they're paying? Are the wages fair? And that's what we're gonna get into next. So you want to be here for the next episode. It's gonna be quite interesting. So for our young artists, please take from this. I wish you all the best in your music career. Please have the right attitude. And if you can, just try to be respectful to everybody as much as possible. Build connections when and if you can. You understand there's a lot of music gatherings that take place. Know when these things are taking place. Be there. You understand what I'm saying? You can associate yourself, but still not associated. If you get what I'm saying, you can go to the seminars and work and learn. You understand? And learn from the workshop and all of that. Mr. Vegas, keep workshop. Lloyd Leng. Watch Lloyd Leng. He has a lot of musical knowledge as well. You understand? So just definitely try to make your character as easy as possible to work with. You understand? Because it's very difficult when you can't work with. And if you're gonna be a lion like me, an aggressive lion like me, please ensure that you are charming and please ensure that you are being a lion or a rebel for the right reasons. You understand? And not just going around looking scary and coming off as scary to people. So take from this what you may upcoming artists, and remember that I do publicity. You understand, for artists of any caliber and any country. You get me? So hit me up if you need some publicity as well. So until next time, this is Ija Markey, this is Her Pocket Productions, and this is Free Speech People Talk. Quick reasonings. See you next time. Blessed love. Rush them and crush them too.
Girl, you are a blessing, and I love to feel your energy. It's possessive, and your body really speaks to me like a message. Speak to me, girl. I wanna know what you're feeling. Speak to me now, baby. Free the dumb, freedom. Free the dumb so that they can speak. Yeah, this is Nature Ellis representing free speech. People talk. Sin. Do it through the force of the Most High. Nature Ellis, I said that. Her pocket, you don't know, it's like a rocket.